everybody to 2WD TV Sports Network. Tuesday night during the men's basketball game of Montlow State, the women's head basketball coach Bart Walker came up for an interview during the game and had a few words to say. So if you missed that interview during the game, here it is right now. Head coach of the women's basketball team for Montlow State, Bart Walker. Here he is, live and in person, folks. Great game, Coach. 80-72, right, was the score?
Yep.
That was a tremendous game. I saw very few errors. Y'all had a great performance. You can adjust that if you want. You don't have to wear it like that.
Okay.
I was going to say.
That's fine.
Yeah. But anyway, great game. What do you think? Which key players do you think really stood out to you tonight?
Well, I think obviously we had a couple of kids that played really well. I think our point guard, Tamia Stafford, really played well tonight. She had a double-double. I think she had 18 and 10 assists and only had 2 turnovers. So she kind of was the spark that helped us get back in the game. I think Sarah played awesome. I mean, Sarah had 28, made a lot of shots, had some big rebounds late, and then I think we had some other kids that kind of got going as the second half. Kenya Jones came and played well. Sid Floyd made some shots. So, we want to be balanced. That's our system, is to be balanced. We don't want to be a program that focuses on one player doing the most of the scoring. So I'm really proud of my kids for a heck of a comeback tonight.
Right. And from what I've seen so far, y'all have had a fairly good winning season so far. What do you think is going to be some of the key players that are going to help in the future for some of the other games?
Well, I do think we need to develop our bench a little bit. Right now we're playing about 7 kids regularly, but we've had some good freshmen that are starting to come on in practice. This was just a game that we needed to try to get a win before we get into our conference play again. And we hope to develop our bench a little bit more, but it's a long season. We got to get some more people to develop.
Okay, and I noticed a lot of times y'all didn't take timeouts frequently, but y'all did take some back to back. How do you feel about timeouts?
Well, I'm trying to get my players to understand how to play through some tough times during the game. Obviously, during the game, they're going to make a run. We're going to come back and make a run.
Right.
It's a game of runs, but I'm trying to get my team to be able to play through the adversity. So, and then a lot of our timeouts that we took close together in the second half was more about getting fresh legs on the defensive end. We took those timeouts after buckets so that we could get a stop, and we had 3 weeks off for Christmas, and so our program is based around playing 94 feet and playing fast. So we're not back in our mid-season form, as they say. We're kind of starting back again. So we took those timeouts just to get some rest and focus on what we want to do at the defensive end to make sure we get a stop and a rebound.
All right. So what do you think has improved from the beginning of the season to now?
I think that we are getting deeper. We've got more people scoring the ball. We've got people maturing as the season goes on. And I think, the ability to share the ball has become a good thing for us. So I think the keys to it is us being able to limit our turnovers and take quality shots. We took a couple shots in the first half that I didn't really like, that are out of character. So we got to get back to doing what we do better. We want to play power basketball and work inside out. So we got to do better at touching the ball in the paint.
Okay. So now I'm trying to ask you questions I remember from J.T. Burton's interview, but what do you think? Who's graduating, who's leaving, and whose shoes need to be filled?
We've got 8 sophomores. All of them are offered scholarships. We've got several of them have got Division I scholarship.
Okay.
So we're going to have to. We'll have 2 of our starters back. Sarah and Tamia will be back, and then we'll have a couple of freshmen back. So we're basically going to have to go get another at least 8 or 9 kids for next year, kind of like what we did when we came in this year.
Right.
We signed 11 players.
Oh.
So we're going to have to sign at least 9, we think. And
right.
we got a good start on it, but still early in the process, but we got to get some kids signed here pretty quick.
Okay. Now this one's going to be, this is the odd segment. It's called Random Question segment. I'm going to ask you a random question, and you're just going to have to answer it the best you can. BCS National Championship was last night. What is your take on it? How do you feel? Do you like the outcome?
I thought it was a great game. I think it came down to players making plays, and two outstanding programs, two outstanding coaches. We talk a lot about commitment and family. Clemson is more about preaches the family and the love and all that, and then you got Coach Saban on the other side. It's very regimented and does things, wants things done a particular way. So we try to, in our program, we try to mold both of those things. I'm a pretty tough guy. I want things done a certain way, but at the same time, at the end of the day, we all got to love each other.
Okay. Do you think things would have went differently if Lane Kiffin was there?
Well, hindsight's 20/20. I think anytime you take a guy that's been running your offense for 3 years, and you got a guy that they're comfortable looking over there and have confidence in that call, but in that situation, they made plays. Clemson made some outstanding plays down. They made some tremendous catches and kept drives going. So it's a great game. That's what a championship is supposed to be about.
Do you think you would have done better at coaching one of those teams?
I don't think anyway. If I don't have it.
Have you ever thought about advancing the football? Have you ever done that before?
No.
Okay.
I'm a basketball guy, and but we preach toughness and conditioning and being self-disciplined, as like those guys do. Those are two premier coaches and programs, and they're very well respected. So we're trying to develop respect at Motlow.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you so much, Coach. Terrific game, 80-72. Love to get you back on in the future, and thank you again.
Thank you. Thank you for doing what you do.
No problem. That was Coach Bart Walker, head coach for the women's basketball team for Motlow State. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, like our videos, share our videos, or even comment if you'd like. Thank you so much for watching.